Okay, let's have a quick tutorial on drawing hands. First, some things we need to know. This is the hand layer. The hand layer is composed of points, and each 2 points make a section. Right now I have one section with 2 points, the first and the last one. Each point is defined by an x coordinate, and that means the distance of that point from the center vertical line. So if I increase the x, it goes larger. If I decrease, it goes smaller. The same thing applies to the y. The y is the distance from the center, horizontal center, to the point. So I can decrease it and increase it. A section is the line that joins both points. So we can change the curvature of the section. We can increase it or decrease it. And we can also change the center of the curve in the vertical direction. So I can put it a little bit above or below. So if we want to draw a complex hand, let's say, no, not this one, let's say this hand, we have to think about how many sections we will use and where the points are. So we can see that there is one section in here, another here, another. This is the 4th, 5th and 6th section. So we have these sections. Each section is composed of 2 points, so we have the first here and the last in here. We can think it on the left side or on the right side, it's the same. So we have 7 points, sorry. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Okay, so let's try to draw this end. Okay, so let's go back to WatchFace Designer, create a hand, and now we remember we have 6 sections, so we go there, 6 sections. The number of points increases to 7 points. Okay, the first point was in here, let's make it a small one. Okay, the second point is a little below and a little to the right. So let's go to the second point, and it's larger, and it seems to make the changes here because we haven't changed the y distance. So let's put it right there. Okay, now the next section, again it's also wider, and somewhere around there. And now we start to get confusing because all the other points are pointing to the same place. But let's try to figure out what and where they are. Okay, so this is the 4th, this is the 5th. Okay, let's put it a little bit below. The 6th, below, and the 7th below. Okay, so this is not our proposed hand. Let's review it. First point is okay. The second point, let's make it wider. The third point, a little bit wider. The 4th point, we want an almost horizontal line. Okay, so we have to put the 4th point with a y near the 3rd point. So if this is the 3rd, maybe it should be a little bit lower. Let's put the 4th point near it. Okay, and to the inside. Okay, so this is this part. Now the 5th point is a vertical line. So we get to the fourth point, we check the x coordinate, you can copy it and go to the fifth point and put the same on the x coordinate, and it's a vertical line. Okay, this fifth point is already a little bit below center. Okay, the sixth point is horizontal line, so let's go the sixth point, let's get the same y coordinate, 6 point here. The seventh point, let's put it a little bit over there, wider. Okay, so this is too tall. Let's go to the first, second, third and fourth points. Third point, put it a little bit more down, and the fourth point the same thing. Okay, so this is the first section, the first part of our hand. Now let's try to make this darker area. Okay, to do that we just duplicate this hand. Let's change its color a little bit darker, and if we can count now, this only has 2 sections. So let's reduce the number of sections to 2. There they are. And now let's move the last point, the third point, a little bit above. Okay, as it goes above, the distance to the edge should grow, so let's increase the x, and there we have the darker section. And now the other one inside. Okay, let's duplicate this slide again, this end again, make it darker, and let's start moving points. First point, let's make it a little bit below. The second point, let's make it a little bit to the inside. Okay. And the third point, a little bit to the inside and a little bit up. Okay, maybe a little bit more, and that's it. Okay, now we can do other effects. We can create here a little emboss effect, make it a little bit thinner, and maybe put the light somewhere in there, and create a shadow, self shadow, and change the light source angle. Okay, and now maybe a little circle in the middle, a white circle. Let's make a little bit smaller. That's it. Okay, so now we can just join all of these into a group, and that's it. We have a hand which can rotate, and it's a somewhat complex. And we could of course change also the appearance of the lines on the sections. Let's go back here and let's think on the first section, the second section, sorry, this one. Let's make it curvy. So we go to the second point curvature and change it. You can make it fatter or slimmer. Okay, let's suppose we want it slimmer. Okay, then we have to adapt all the others also. So let's make them slimmer, and they are not so wide. Okay, and now when I make them slimmer, the center of the curve is not on the same place as the other one. So I may have to change the Y location of the curve. So I can make it taller or deeper. In this case I want it deeper, belower, sorry. Now the final section, again I want it a little bit smaller and with a little curve. Whoops, I just changed what I wasn't supposed to. Okay, first point, the Y here, there it is. Okay, now changing the cursor, yeah, a little bit. Okay, and that's it. We have our hand made.